Okay, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our weekly board session. It's Wednesday, August 30th, 2023. We're here in the Senator Hearing Room at 555 Court Street, Northeast in Salem. As always, we start with the Pledge of Allegiance, so if you would please join me.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you. We do have David Beam signed up for public comment. David, so if you please come and introduce yourself and tell us what you want us to hear.
My name is David Beam. I'm a spokesman for disabilities in Salem area. I was wondering if we can have a backup system for if we will have an earthquake or a flood, if we can get services better for disability people who live in foster homes in emergency. And that's why I was thinking if we can look at that for the next budget for funding for that issue.
Great, thank you, David.
Thank you very much for having me here. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Mr. Chair, if I may,
Please,
and David, thank you for your letter that you sent regarding the other issue, and it's good to have you here and supporting those that you represent. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
I will just do my best more often. Thank you.
You do a great job. Okay, next we're going to go into our consent agenda. Commissioner Cameron, do you want to do that?
Sure,
first?
Mr. Chair, I'll move the consent agenda. First item under Board of Commissioners, Board Committee appointments under Justice Reinvestment Council. Approve an order appointing Trevor Upkeys, Deputy Chief for the City of Salem Police Department, to the Marion County Justice Reinvestment Council with a term ending December 31st, 2024. Under Health and Human Services, approve amendment number 12 for to the contract for services with Advanced Security, Inc. to add $200,000 for a new contract total of $2,045,000 to provide unarmed security and vehicular patrol services at multiple Marion County Health and Human Service locations through November 30th, 2023. Also under Human Services, approve amendment number 3 to the incoming funds intergovernmental agreement with the Oregon Health Authority to add $6,147,814.47 for a new contract total of $27,387,690.51 and extend that contract through December 31st, 2023 for the financing of community mental health, addiction treatment, recovery and prevention and problem gambling services.
I'll second the motion. We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion passes. Commissioner Bethel, we just did the consent agenda. Would you like to vote on the consent agenda?
Yes, I vote aye.
All right. Commissioner Bethel votes aye. So we have 3 aye votes for the consent agenda.
Thank you.
Okay, next up, we are going to go right into our action agenda, and we're going to consider approval of an order adopting revised Marion County Administrative Policy number 305, Procedure 305A, protected leave. And Leslie, you're going to come join us.
Good morning, everyone.
Good
I am
morning.
Leslie Martin, the Leave Administrator for Marion County. I am here today to present a recommendation to approve updates, again, to the Protected Leave Policy, which is Administrative Policy 305, and the Procedures 305A, to incorporate the new Paid Leave Oregon program, which is the state-administrated paid leave program, and incorporate this into our Protected Leave Policy. As you all know, we've had discussions. Paid Leave Oregon is funded by both the employer and the employee, and it will allow eligible employees up to 12 weeks of paid leave during their benefit year with a extra 2 weeks possible for pregnancy-related leaves. After 90 days of employment, Paid Leave Oregon will offer job protection benefits similar to FEMLA and OFLA. Some other updates to the policy include updating the definition of family member under OFLA, which will align with Paid Leave Oregon on September 3rd, and updating our parental leave definition to now allow intermittent use instead of only allowing continuous blocks of leave. Do you have any questions for me?
Any questions for Leslie? Comments, concerns, opinions? No?
I feel like they've all been said. Thank you for your work on this.
My pleasure.
Yeah, Leslie, a lot of work.
Okay, then I will take a motion. Commissioner Bethel, are you?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I move to approve an order adopting revised Marion County Administrative Policy Number 305 and Procedure Number 305A, protective leave. Protected leave.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. The motion passes.
Perfect. Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you. Okay, Brian, you're here, and we're going to consider approval of amendment number 5 to the contract for services with Radio Technology Services to add $122,055 for a new contract total of $457,555 to provide project management and consulting services for the radio communications project through June 30th, 2025. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning. I'm Brian Nicholas, Marion County Public Works Director. Marion County Public Works, we're in the process of constructing a new county-wide radio system that will, it's for the use by the sheriff, juvenile services, public works, and we'll have all the capacity needed for first responder agencies throughout the county to also operate on that system. And we are through the preliminary design phase, and we are ready, or just about ready, not quite there yet, but just about ready to issue an RFP for procurement of the system, all the deployable radios that go with the system, the microwave backbone system that does the data transport, the whole big project. And we have been, this project's been we've delivered it in chunks. The first one was a lot of research and investigatory work, preliminary design, concept development, that sort of thing. And then we moved into development of the actual procurement documents. That's just about done. And the next phase will be the actual procurement of the system, procurement and then deployment by the radio manufacturer. That's what this amendment does. It provides the consulting services we need to get us through that procurement process, not through deployment of the system, but through the procurement process. And a large radio system like this, the full procurement process might take 9 or 10 months. So that's one of the reasons why it's not, you'll see from the dollar amount, it's not an insignificant level of effort that's included in this amendment. But, anyway, that's the purpose for the amendment. I'm happy to answer any questions you have.
Okay, any questions for Brian?
Inch by inch, we're getting there.
Mr. Chair, if I may.
Please.
And Brian, sorry that I didn't think of this earlier, but I had a conversation with one of the commissioners from Lynn County. Their sheriff's going up and down the canyon. Will they be able to have the same system or be able to communicate within the system?
If they have 700-800 megahertz radios in their vehicles or on their hip, they will be able to. Our sheriff vehicles, all of our sheriff vehicles are equipped with tri-band radios so they can operate on UHF, VHF, and 700-800. So if they can't work on ours, we can work on theirs.
So if we do have a conversation with somebody down there, we maybe want to just make sure that they're aware of what we're doing. So
Yep.
we'll follow up with that. Thanks.
Brian, when do you expect this to go out to bid?
Well, right now I'm the bottleneck on finalizing the procurement documents. I think we are probably about 4 weeks from advertising.
Okay. And then that's usually a 6-week process, 4-week process?
No, this is a pretty involved procurement process. The plan will be to issue a single RFP, but we have 6 major project components.
Okay.
So proposers can propose on all 6. There's
Okay.
the big radio system, there's a subnet, there's the microwave system, and then there's all the deployable assets, and then there's installation.
Okay.
So the proposers can propose on all 6 and propose to deliver the whole thing. They can propose on pieces. We'll use one RFP to execute up to 6 contracts for full delivery of the system. And these typically involve technical proposal and proposers. This is not a small thing. They're probably going to be looking for 10, 12 weeks to prepare that proposal.
Okay.
And then most certainly there'll be interviews as well. So,
Okay.
yeah. So that's why I say it is typically, I think the shortest timeline we should have in mind is about 6 months.
Okay.
But they routinely take 9 or 10 months because
Okay.
of questions raised during the procurement process. And that sort of thing.
And then once that's completed, then whoever wins whichever parts of the procurement process, the bids, they'll start work, and then that'll take a certain amount of time
Yep.
as well, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, if we advertise this fall, we would be, because we're looking at a large volume of equipment, and with delivery timelines on, on technology equipment these days, advertise this fall means our installation window would be the summer of 2025.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a big deal. Thank you for working on this. Everything, I mean, it's like, these are such big rocks
Big lifts.
to lift up the hill.
Big
Yeah,
lifts.
but it's gonna have such a massive impact on the safety of our deputies and first responders, so
Yep, essential.
it's a
an essential
must do,
Yep.
right?
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I'll move that we approve amendment number 5 of the contract for services with radio technology services RTS to add $122,055 for a new contract total of $457,555 to provide project management and consulting service for the radio communications project through June 30th, 2025.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion, a second. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye, the motion passes. All right, Brian, you're here for the next 3.
Yes.
So just settle in, and I won't even read them. I'll let you tell us what we're doing here.
All right. Item 6, once again, Brian Nicholas, Marion County Public Works Director. All right, a little commentary on these purchases. I know we've been before the board the last couple of weeks with equipment purchase requests. And, usually these get spread out more over the course of the year, but being that now that we're at the start of the fiscal year and with vehicle and equipment delivery being so unpredictable, we have moved all of our equipment and purchases as early in the fiscal year as we can to get them in the queue. So that's why you're seeing a big, you don't usually see this. We usually come with a few pieces of equipment for purchase early in the fiscal year, but that's why you're seeing kind of a larger than normal here. But we do have 3 items here. The first one is the purchase of 3 F-150 crew cab pickups. These are black pickups. They are part of the light-duty fleet, and these are replacing 3 trucks that are used by the sheriff's office. So our Forest Patrol deputies, we've seen their large crew cab pickups that they drive because of the terrain that they navigate. The ones that we have in service right now, 3 that we have in service up the canyon, they're all purchased at the same time, so they're all sort of scheduled for replacement at the same time. That's what this purchase is. It is part of our, in our fleet service program, we replace a small number of vehicles every year, just kind of keep that going. This is part of that planned replacement process. Total purchase price for the 3 including the factory outfitting, is $145,979. And I'm happy to answer any questions you have on that one.
Any questions from Brian on that?
Nope.
Okay, I'll take a motion.
I move to approve the purchase order with Gresham Ford in the amount of $145,979.04 for the purchase of 3 2023 F-150 Super Crew trucks to replace light-duty fleet vehicles as part of the county's annual scheduled light-duty replacement plan through April 30th, 2024.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion, a second. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye, the motion passes. Okay, what else are we buying today?
All right. Number 7 is a purchase order for 2 F-350 Ford crew cab pickups. These ones are for public works use. So in our light-duty fleet program, we kind of have 2 classes of vehicles. We have the ones that are they're not specialty outfitted, at least not that much. We may have a radio installed or those kind of things. Minimal outfitting, general purpose vehicles. Those, we track, and when they, we have a model in place adopted about, 16 years ago now, 12, somewhere between 12 or 16 years ago, where we rotate those, more standard vehicles out on a regular basis while the resale value is the highest. And so from a total like dollar cash flow perspective, it's, we're getting the best value by purchasing, stock vehicles, and then reselling them while they still have a reasonable resale value and before maintenance and repair costs start to climb. And then we have a second one that are specialty outfitted vehicles, and that's what these two F-350 crew cab trucks are. Both of the trucks, these are replacements for existing vehicles. They're outfitted with, they're three F-350s, so they're heavy-duty trucks, outfitted with steel flatbed setups with toolboxes, towing packages, those kind of things. They're replacing two of these specialty vehicles. Our light duty, the standard vehicles, they rotate out anywhere between about 5 to 8 years. These specialty outfitted ones, they usually run longer, like 15 to 20 years. Both of these F-350 trucks that we're replacing or proposing to replace, one's like 20 years old, the other one's 18 years old, and they're starting to spend more time on the deadline than they are ready for use. So time to replace those two vehicles, and this is also a planned purchase in the current budget. So, all right, any questions on that one?
Mr. Chair, I'll move that we approve a purchase order for Northside Ford in the amount of $111,454.04 for the purchase of two F-350 crew cab trucks as replacement vehicles through April 30th, 2024.
I second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. The motion passes. All right, one more.
Number 8 is a purchase order for a John Deere tractor. And this would replace an existing tractor that we have in our fleet. It would replace our oldest and least reliable of those tractors. We have 4 tractors in place that have wide mowing decks and mowing arms, so we can do mow, brush till sites, and that sort of thing. They're used primarily for roadway vegetation control. This would replace a unit that we bought new about 16 years ago, and it's another one where it's routinely breaking down when we deploy it. So it's time to get this one replaced. And during this time of the year, we're utilizing all 4 of those machines. So right now we're using 3, but this will help us get back up to that vegetation control capacity that we need.
Any
All right.
questions? Nope. All right.
I move to approve the purchase order with Deere and Company in the amount of $210,863.48 for the purchase of one 2024 John Deere 6110M cab tractor with a brush cutter through June 4th, 2025.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion?
Why does the contract go so long?
I think it takes that long to deliver this one.
Wow, okay,
It could be. Yeah, I don't know.
okay.
I don't know if we have that
She's
data.
like, 2 years and a half? That's a really
Yeah.
long time to acquire a piece of machinery. Maybe there's a warranty or something in it that's a contract overseas?
Yeah,
I don't need to guess.
I'm
okay.
not sure why that data is listed here.
Okay, thanks.
Oh. I can't believe how we just spent $926,000 on vehicles and equipment.
It's inflation.
He's like,
Well,
it
we haven't-
wasn't,
yes, we
it
haven't
wasn't that
We haven't
fast.
voted on this last one yet, but
For him.
I just added up 900. It was close to $1 million in replacement vehicles.
I think if people knew the process that Brian has to go through, like from the I need a new truck to it's actually in the garage, I don't think he would think it's that fast.
Well, like I said, that's why we're moving everything. It feels like a lot now. It's all
It's
compressed into just a
very
few
early.
asks. So,
The taxpayers that are watching, when you say we've had vehicles for 15 and 20 years, we do really take good stewardship of our vehicles.
We
So
do.
thank you, appreciate it.
Okay,
Okay.
I made a motion,
Do we? And did you
And I
second?
second.
Okay. Do we have any further discussion?
sorry.
Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. The motion passes.
right,
Thank
thank
you,
you.
Brian. Okay.
Thanks, Brian.
And now we're going to recess as a Board of Commissioners and convene as a Contract Review Board. And we're going to consider approval of an order granting an exemption to reinstate an expired contract with the Oregon Health Authority for choice model services pursuant to Marion County Public Contracting Rules. Good morning, Toby and Jennifer.
Good morning,
Welcome.
Commissioners. For the record, Jennifer Chun, Program Manager for Adult Behavioral Health Services.
For the record, Toby Giddings, AIC Contracts and Procurement Manager, Finance Department.
We're here today requesting approval for a second amendment to the intergovernmental agreement with the Oregon Health Authority for Choice Model Services. As you're already aware, we're still in the process of negotiating the new contract with the state, and this amendment will extend our current contract to December 31st, 2023 to allow us to continue to provide services with choice model funds. The choice model meets a variety of needs for individuals with serious and persistent mental illnesses who have been admitted to or at risk to being admitted to the Oregon State Hospital, are admitted to inpatient psychiatric hospitalization in the community, or are in residential treatment facilities or homes. The funds facilitate access to individualized services and supports to minimize long-term institutional care and allow access to community living at the lowest level of care possible. Some of the services under the choice model include our exceptional needs care coordination, coordination of licensed care, supportive housing, assertive community treatment, and peer-delivered services. The funds are flexible based on individual needs and fund things that aren't otherwise covered by Medicaid. And these programs reduce the risk of individuals needing higher levels of care.
In this case, the contract has expired 2 times. Our Marion County Public Contracting Rules Section 10570 only allow us to reinstate a contract twice. In these instances, the contracts are written by OHA and sent to us, so they're not within our control to extend prior to the expiration date. And so we're here today in this portion to ask permission to waive Marion County rules to reinstate a second time to accept these incoming funds from OHA. Would you like me to walk through a timeline of how we got to this point?
I read the packet
Would you
while I
like
was
that?
listening to Brian's. No, I don't need him to read the timeline. I have so much more to say in the next section of this contract, so.
I just want to say, good job. Don't agree to a bad deal. Keep negotiating.
So, Mr. Chair, I will move that we approve an order granting an exemption to reinstate an expired contract with the Oregon Health Authority for Choice Model Services pursuant to Marion County Public Contracting Rules.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. That motion passes, and I'm going to adjourn as a contract review board and reconvene as a board of commissioners.
So actually, Jennifer, this has your name on it, and Mr. Chair. I have some questions for her.
Sure.
So, can you tell me about this contract a little further and why you think it was delayed?
My understanding is that the Oregon Health Authority is working with various CMHPs throughout the state to update the terms of the contract for not just us, but the other community mental health agencies.
Go ahead, Colin. I know you're just waiting to race through the gate, so I'll let you before
We just have a situation where the Oregon Health Authority is no longer providing the care they used to provide at the state hospital for seriously mentally ill individuals. And they want the county to provide care that we don't have for individuals who are very sick. And we don't have the ability to keep some of those individuals safe, and we don't have the ability to keep our community safe. And so we're in a situation where they're saying, we're not going to take care of people we've taken care of for the last 30 years. You guys have to do it. Sign this contract that says you're going to take care of these people that you can't take care of, and you're going to take on all the liability when things go wrong. We can't agree to that. That's impossible for us to agree to. We can't knowingly endanger individuals in our care or the folks in our community. We just can't do that. So that's what this negotiation's about, and that's why I said thank you for not agreeing to a bad contract, because we can't agree to things that we know are going to result in harm to our community.
Yeah, I think it's important that you just basically get to sit here while we talk to the public about this, but it's super important to know that this is just an extension through December, because we're still at the table. Our team is very much trying to, I would say, have a realistic conversation with the not just the Oregon Health Authority, but the governor's office, who oversees the Oregon Health Authority. And when you drive down through Salem, and you see all the folks that are having severe mental health crisis on the side of the road, those individuals are being harmed because of the lack of attention to services they're statutorily required to provide to people at the state level, and it's really causing harm already, in my opinion. And so I think while our rules say we can only extend a contract twice, there's no way I'm going to approve a contract straight out of OHA at this point for what their will is into Marion County, because we can't continue to allow people to be harmed because of their mental health issues, that we literally do not have the services and are not equipped as a community to provide. This really is a failure, in my opinion, of the Oregon Health Authority's job, and I'm super frustrated that we're not moving through this faster, because there are people who are really, really sick that are harming themselves. And if you pay attention to small businesses or just want to go to a park, they're harming others, and it's not fair. This is crazy. So I'm actually a little surprised that this is even here today, because it's, Ryan's given us updates, pretty frequently, as he's having conversations with AOC, MHP, or whatever it's called, Cheryl Ramirez and her crew. And I know that counties across the state are facing the same challenges and frustrations that we are. We just happen to be in the state seat, and I feel like we have to just continue to verbalize the challenges that we're facing in this environment, because it's just not acceptable.
Yeah.
So thank you, Jennifer, for your work on this. I know that you sit at a lot of tables in our community trying to be a problem solver for a problem that really isn't our responsibility as a county historically. So I see you across the street in Judge Boreal's jury room talking to, we're over there like every month, and there's more than 30 or 40 service providers trying to figure out how we can wrap our arms around the folks that live here in Marion County. And we're all falling short together, which obviously points to the greater issue.
Any thoughts, Commissioner Cameron?
No different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've seen a huge systems shift, as you all know, several months ago, and the focus right now is on that aid and assist population. And you're right, we are struggling for resources, and I can assure you our program is doing the best we can with the resources we have to meet as many people's needs as we possibly can, and to minimize hospital stays, and to get them into safe licensed care placements whenever we do have openings. But you're right, it has been quite a challenge, and I am hopeful that the contract will provide something that helps us do that job better.
Well, I already think you're doing a stellar job, so I don't think there's anything better you can be doing here, but I do think the state could be doing a better job all the way around, so your team should be commended for the amount of strain you're under. I can't imagine, to be honest, the amount of referrals that come in, and it's a 24/7 deal, right? Somebody shows up in the ER, Anne Marie, or somebody at PCC gets a call. It's constant right now, so.
I just don't know another enterprise anywhere where it's acceptable to say, hey, you have to give us more money so we can provide less service. But that's literally what OHA is doing. They went to the legislature this last time. They said, we need more money, and we're going to serve fewer people at the state hospital. And there's going to be more seriously ill people on the streets, and we're going to try to push that burden onto the local communities. And we're just not set up for that. And so I think that's the fundamental problem. And we need OHA to be realistic and to take responsibility for folks that are in their care, and not just say, well, we don't like to do this anymore, so give us more money and we'll provide less health care. Like, that's not a thing. So, yeah, we have to resolve this, and it's a negotiation, and we need OHA to change its position. And I'm grateful that our community, I think, is really united on this.
Yeah.
That OHA's position is unreasonable. It's harming our community, and we need them to change. And so, so that's why I said I really appreciate you not signing a bad contract, staying at the negotiating table, and we're approving this amendment to keep providing the good service we have been providing, and hopefully we get to a resolution.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners.
I move to approve amendment number 2 to the incoming funds intergovernmental agreement with the Oregon Health Authority to add $402,312 for a new contract total of $1,206,936 and extend the term date to December 31st, 2023 for clients receiving Choice Model Services.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. The motion passes. All right, that does it for our formal agenda today. Commissioners, do you have anything that you'd like to share?
I'm gonna go and serve Dairy Wives ice cream this weekend at the
Hey, there you go.
I've always wanted to do it, and a friend of mine, she was doing it the last couple of days, and I was like, how do you get out? You're just like a special little group of gals, and she was like, oh no, not special, we have openings. I was like, oh, I've always wanted to do this. So I'm gonna head down there, I don't have my schedule yet, but I'm gonna go down and hang out with them and give out my favorite ice cream in the world. Well, sell it anyway. Yeah, so the state fair is still going on, and I'm going to see Vanilla Ice tomorrow night. The 90s is back. I just need my roller skates and some black light therapy.
Vanilla ice cream and see vanilla ice.
I like
Look at
that.
that. There's
I like
a theme,
that.
Commissioner.
Yeah,
Good
that's
job.
I made homemade ice cream last night. 2 batches, Jan, so I'll have to bring some in. And maybe I'll have to stop by. I think I might go Monday because I'm trying to think of the guy, not Jason Moore, but some country guy.
He was literally this last Monday.
Yeah.
Okay.
I might go Monday. But
You're
There's
getting a
a country
reputation
Justin
for your
Moore.
ice cream, Commissioner Cameron.
Well-
The more ice cream you make, if this commissioner gig doesn't work out, you can always open an ice cream
there's
shop.
no doubt I could have them standing out the door because you know what I'd do? I'd have homemade ice cream and homemade cookies.
Yeah.
There's a place down, I went, restaurant guy, right? So I was
Yeah.
always exploring. There's a place in Westwood, LA, not far from UCLA actually. And they baked cookies, and you could get like a peanut butter cookie or a chocolate chip cookie or a sugar cookie. There's like 3 or 4 different kind of cookies. They're constantly coming out of the oven. And then they had homemade ice cream. And you would pick your cookies and your ice cream and make an ice cream sandwich right there. And they had a line out the door, and I go, what a concept. I don't know about Oregon. You'd have to figure out something in the wintertime, but every time I bring something up like that up to Vicki, she goes, no way, we're not getting back in the restaurant business.
My wife makes really good chocolate chip cookies, if you're looking
Well,
for
so does Vicki, and she puts a little sea salt on top of them.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
My girls danced at the state fair last week. They were pretty
Oh, really?
exciting. Yeah, they do Irish
Did you get
dance.
videos?
Yes, I think so.
Did I tell you we had?
Joan did.
That's
the
it. I'm in trouble if I say no.
I told you during NEO the last time I did it, we had a lady. I'm trying to think where she's working at Marion County now. Was it in the health department? A lady who, because I was asking what they did before. She was an Irish jig dance instructor.
Yeah, we got to invite her to the St. Patrick's Day party.
Well,
don't you
you're
think?
gonna have to put out an all points bulletin. Who is it? Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We spent a lot of money today,
I know. All right, we're adjourned.
and we got some too.